Where do you see people messing up when it comes to connecting what they learned in discovery to the actual demo?
Yes, I love this question. I'll give you a laundry list. The first biggest thing is that they don't. They just do not. It's like
Mhm.
it's like mentally you did discovery and now you do demo and there's no bridge. That's the biggest faux
Yeah.
pas. Um, but other issues I see when it comes to demoing are not storytelling. First of all, focusing you get delegated down, you get pushed down to the people you sound like. We know that in sales.
Yeah.
And if you sound like someone who really just cares about this button and this feature and you stick to the what it just does this, and you're just like a trainer almost. You're just like telling them what the product does, and you're not tying back to value and why it matters. You're not telling customer examples. Oh, first of all, you're going to get into a trial where you're bogged down with feature requests and you're not talking about value anymore. And it is painful. And you're also not going to get to power. So that's a big one. And then a couple other, maybe somewhat minor pet peeves for me. Wasting the questions. You only have so many questions that a prospect will tolerate depending on who they are and their willingness to tango with you. And so when I hear questions like, does that make sense? Or do you have any questions as the question you ask after you show something? I think it's a big waste. It's a big miss in my book. You want to, you're trying to use the demo to transfer ownership of the problem and the solution to this person and get them articulating how they would use it, what impact it might have for their team, how would their team use it, how it compares to what they're doing today. So you need to ask questions that give you that, again, you're sprinkling in discovery and you're locking in and you're getting them articulating value, which psychologically also is very impactful for their willingness to move forward with you. So asking good questions is key. And use their vocabulary. That's another big thing I see people miss all the time. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, they might call instead of BDRs, they might call their team SDRs, and you're selling a biz dev solution. Very simple, very small. We all know what you're talking about, but say SDR instead of BDR because that's what they call them. Like, use their vocabulary. That's part of that feeling like, oh yeah, this is like me. This fits for me. And then finally, less is more. Like, you learned what they need to know. You don't need to show 10 extra things that you think are cool just because you think they're cool. If you know you have the perfect solution for exactly what their pain is and you show that, that's where you then dig in and you ask questions. And if they need or want to show more, you think there's an opportunity, okay. But just be very careful about selling past the close, so to speak, or just like, TMI, cut yourself off.